this is quite the jump from the last landscape photography video I did. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for continuing watching these videos. If you're new here, my name is Elias. I'm an amateur landscape photographer, locally based in the Pacific Northwest area, Oregon specifically. And if you live in the Pacific Northwest area, you know that this fall has been one of the most disappointing falls you've ever experienced, probably, at least in my lifetime. So I had to go out and explore my local area and travel to new areas and bring my landscape photography journey to YouTube as a new landscape photographer. So if that kind of content might interest you, hit the subscribe button. I put a video out every single week. If you're interested in seeing any of my photos, go ahead and head over to my Instagram. I post all my photos and my great stuff there. Enough plugging, so let's do a little recap. Last video I actually did of landscape photography was out in Southwest Oregon, where it was nice and beautiful and sunny and beaches and all that stuff. In my last video, I filmed it around the end of October and nothing had really turned color yet, which is very odd because this was one of the hottest Octobers we've had on record. In that 3-week period from last time I filmed to now, it's around November like 8th or something like that, November 10th, whatever it is. We have experienced weather going from 70 degrees here in the northern Oregon area, all the way down to the low 30s, high 20s. So you have this weird time of some trees that have turned color, some trees that are just dead, some trees just died. Their leaves fell. They're still brown, they're still green. So it has been a nightmare for photographers like me. So now I'm trying to kick it back up into what is now winter here, it would seem, in the Pacific Northwest. Which brings me out to this location that is kind of embarrassing, but let me explain. I'm up at Mount Hood right now. I'm at the very southern point of Mount Hood, down at the base. There is a lake here called Lake Trillium, and it is very popular. It's the most popular spot you can possibly think of. Everybody and their mom comes here. It's just a big attraction because it's so easy to get to, and there's good reason for it. It's extremely amazing to look at. It's a great location. I personally have only been here twice, I think, maybe 3 times now. I do not know the area well. It's a campground. Not only is it a pull-up spot at the very end of the lake, you can actually put your boat in. It's a campground. I've had some really cool, like, misty mornings here. But again, this is a very popular spot. Lake Trillium is seasonal. This is a campground. It's not a maintained road, so if it's been snowing there, the lake must be hard to get to because the road is probably covered in snow. So my thought was I would come to the beginning of the road, park, walk down the 1.5 to 2 miles it is to get to the lake, and I'd have this whole place to myself. That was quite pig-headed of me to think, because that is not the case at all. It's barely snowed here. If you have any kind of vehicle with all-wheel drive, which everybody here that lives here pretty much does. I came out here though geared up to film an episode, so I'm gonna film an episode. I don't care. There's not too many photos here of winter. And that is because you have to do that 2-mile walk through the snow, through a non-maintained road down to the lake. And I thought, well, I might as well get a jump start on that. So I'm here trying to film a video about Lake Trillium. It is literally the easiest and most popular spot for any landscape photographer to come up and shoot. That being said, we are here. We have parked up. It is freezing. It is well below freezing. And I'm gonna get out and just start walking and see what we can find. We are about 40 minutes to sunrise. So enough talking. I feel like a poser already because literally this is such an easy spot to get to, and it's so oversaturated on platforms like Instagram and Twitter. Nonetheless, we are here. I'm drinking some really warm coffee right now because I'm freezing, but let's get out there and let's do this thing. Man, it's cold out here. So I'm walking around the trail and I'm seeing all these cool little pull-out spots to obviously have views of Mount Hood and the lake. What I'm really noticing is that there's all these little pieces of foliage and grass that have undisturbed snow on them, and that is 100% what I want to shoot. So, and right now the alpenglow has started on Mount Hood itself. So I'm actually gonna pull over right here and see what I can find. I'm actually surprised there's no one down here. I saw a lot of cars drive down to the actual south end of the lake, and that's why I stay clear of it. I'm out by like the boat ramp area. There's a little trail that goes all the way around. Yeah, I think I'm gonna set up and look for something because the alpenglow, like I said, is happening right now. I'm gonna capitalize on that. Just a second. super generic photo. Super easy. Got the moon shining right above me, which is casting really good light on this foreground, which is another reason I came out here. I said, well, it'll be half a moon, pretty good moonlight. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is, I mean, it doesn't get more generic than this. It's just a straight up shot, foreground of snow, Mount Hood, alpenglow, a little bit of color and a little bit of clouds that we have around it. I have a feeling that that might get really good later, so we'll keep an eye on that. But as far as this goes, super easy. Super easy. Can't wait to be adding to the multitude of Trillium Lake photos that will be posted on Instagram later. But it's all good. I'm super surprised no one's over in this area. I'm gonna go around that bend over there, see what it looks like. I don't want to be in anyone's way, but gotta do what you gotta do. We'll just go check it out. This is the first photo. Nice. Very generic, but it's nice. A couple things I want to go for. Obviously, the money shot. You got this log with a bunch of snow on it, just going out to the water, frozen grass in front of it, frozen lake, alpenglow, color in the sky, textbook landscape photography pictures. Super easy, super generic, but you know what? It looks freaking cool, so I'm gonna grab it. I'm a huge advocate for grabbing the photos that are famous for a reason. They are famous for a reason, and I'm a huge advocate for trying to find what can you do to make something stand out in a place that everyone is so focused on one thing, which is obviously the beautiful and impressive Mount Hood. I'm gonna take this shot, try to see what else we can find in this area, because there's gotta be more than just that, because that is the obvious. Let's try to look deeper. So we just got light hitting Mount Hood right now. So this is the shot I was going for. The first glimpse, so the first light, first touching, giving that super warm contrast. It looks so good. So right now, I'm gonna take that. It looks fantastic. It looks so good. God, Mount Hood is such a sick mountain. I don't care who you are, where you're from, you cannot deny that Mount Hood is just, she's a beast, whatever you want to call her. Him, her, they, it's magnificent. Let's grab the shot real quick. My drone's about to die, so I gotta get this now. Okay, I am truly frozen, so I'm only gonna do one more shot here. I've been waiting for the sun, and that is for the sun to hit this little tree line coming over here, which it's just about to do it. So I'm gonna get ready for the shot, but I just want it, that first light hitting the treetops of this ridge line of the trees. I think that might be cool. Who knows? Again, it might be bland. Really reaching here, grasping for straws, trying to find something different. It's really hard to focus on this kind of stuff when you are frozen. I'm frozen, dude, but gonna see what it is. Gonna see if we can find something with it. got to forgive me if I stutter over my words. I am currently freezing. I did not start my car for 2 reasons, really. One, I do not want any ambient sound from the heater coming through here because let's be honest, my audio quality isn't the greatest at all times. 2, I did not want it to start warming up in here way faster than my camera was going to and have it fog up while I film this outro real quick. So the last photo, I was expecting the light to hit that tree line, but it never did. I think there's a hill behind where I was where the sun was coming up and it must have gone ducked behind that hill and it just never showed. I waited there for 20 minutes for it to show up, just freezing. Never did anything, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna leave. And as I was leaving, I saw the little landing through the trees and I was like, wow, that's really nice. But then I saw a little bit of light hitting the trees just to the top left of it, right up in the upper left third. What a picturesque moment, dude. This is perfect. So went ahead and grabbed it, kind of stoked on it, just a generic photo. Today was a lot of generic photos, and one might say, dude, you went out and grabbed the easy shots, blah, 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 like went to a place that was super popular, which yes, I did all those things, but A, I still woke up at 4 a.m. to come here. B, I was out here in the dark freezing my ass off. And C, I got a glimpse of this place that not many people do because they don't want to come out here in the snow. I will say that for the couple times that I've actually been here, this is the least, by far the least amount of people I saw. I only saw like 3 or 4 people here. Trying to find those small, intimate details of what catches your eye and what's important to you in a grand vista setting like that was with Mount Hood in the background, a lake and picturesque and all that stuff. It is extremely hard. And I always have a rule where I go out to these locations. I go, okay, I'm gonna get the big shot like everyone else is, and I'm also gonna find something else, something smaller that it's harder to see. Or how can I make this big picturesque moment my own? How can I make this something that nobody else has done yet? Or take a picture that somebody else has done and put my own little twist on it. That's a great exercise for every landscape photographer to try to execute, because it is just, don't get locked into the same old, you know what I mean? A lot of people come, I see so many people come to this lake and post the same damn picture every time. Granted, it's different because there's different conditions, but it's the same damn picture every time. So that was my Lake Trillium video. I might do another video where it's actually either completely snowed in. I was very disappointed that there was no dusting on the trees. I was really expecting how there's kind of like snow on the trees around here. I really wanted that out there, but it was not like that. It is okay. Winter is upon us, so I'm going to be doing a lot more snow winter photos. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Thank you for watching it in general. If you got any value out of this video, if you like the content that you have seen, please hit the like button. It helps me out tremendously. It's free. I'm still very new to YouTube. I'm trying to grow. It is such a grind, but I'm here and I'm loving it. Please hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit the subscribe button. I put a video out every single week, especially if you want to see Pacific Northwest, which is my local area, and I love going out and exploring it. I love it to death. I love it to death. I don't know if I'll ever leave here. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, check me out on Instagram. So many plugs. I am freezing and I have to go to the gym. I have a long day ahead of me. So see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.